New updates on Liv Morgan shoulder injury. The long-awaited return of Liv Morgan on Monday Night Raw, June 16, turned out tragically as she dislocated her shoulder in a genuine fashion only a few seconds into her match against Kairi Sane. Morgan slumped as she attempted a routine takedown and landed awkwardly on her right shoulder with a roll out of the ring in plain pain. WWE termed the injury as genuine and took the sudden decision to stop match and gave the win to Sane as a result. In the backstage area, the emergency workers came in and tended to her. The commentator, Michael Cole, verified that Morgan had dislocated her shoulder. According to sources' reports, it might be a serious dislocation, which will need surgery and possibly 16 weeks to heal, or even as long as half a year. That could be true since then she may not be back till early 2026, maybe during Royal Rumble. Two major events have arisen that carry repercussions to the intentions of WWE. That is, Kairi Sane posted on her social media account that she was feeling heartbroken and that the matches are not to be ended due to injuries. Rhea Ripley criticized fans who celebrated the misfortune of Liv, and considered this action to be disgusting behavior and demanded to respect wounded wrestlers. Storyline shuffle ahead. Morgan was a key figure in multiple storylines: a developing angle with Nikki Bella, a developing feud with IYO SKY, women tag team title defenses with Raquel Rodriguez, and the fissures within the Judgment Day involving Roxanne Perez and Dominik Mysterio. Her abrupt departure leaves WWE in transition. Roxanne Perez might be in line to replace her and the tag titles might be contested without her. In the meantime, there is a lot of speculation on how WWE will plug the creative gap. The choices are to push Roxanne Perez, to feature Raquel Rodriguez in a singles match, or maybe enter another star to maintain the storyline of the SummerSlam, Evolution, and King and Queen of the Ring. Brie Bella rumored WWE return update. Brie Bella, Brie Garcia, has addressed speculation about a potential WWE return, following Nikki Bella's recent appearances for the company. With Nikki Bella involved in a physical segment with WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Liv Morgan on the June 9 Raw episode, it was heavily speculated that WWE had plans for a tag team match between Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and Nikki and Brie Bella. With rumors swirling about Brie joining Nikki in WWE, Brie has now stated that WWE has yet to give her the call. Speaking with Courtney Tizino of 15 News, Brie noted that she'd love to make her WWE comeback. Commenting on the current situation, she said, "I would love to return, but I'm kind of waiting for that call, still. Nikki got the call, Brie didn't. I didn't change my number. If you guys wanted to know, it's still good. If you use this transcription or any portion of it, please credit WrestleTalk.com and link back to this page." An injury has since resulted in plans changing for the upcoming Evolution Premium Live event, with Liv Morgan suffering a dislocated shoulder during her match against Kairi Sane on the June 16 edition of Raw. For the latest updates and news stories on Liv Morgan, click here. Liv Morgan reveals her dream theme song collaborators. Liv Morgan expressed interest in having her new entrance theme created in a collaboration. During an interview with Billboard, Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio were asked who they would love to have remix their entrance themes. Morgan shared that her dream remix would feature a collaboration between Sabrina Carpenter and Drake. "My dream remix of my song. I'd like a collaboration. I'd like a collaboration between Sabrina Carpenter and, like Drake, if they could come together and do some, like, cool remix of my song. I think that'd be pretty good." There's a little giggle in the beginning, and that could be Sabrina, but then Drake could, like, chime in and, say some cool st about me. Meanwhile, Dominik Mysterio shared his own musical preferences, leaning toward a traditional Mexican sound. "I would probably go a little bit more traditional Mexican. Fuerza Regida or Adriel Favela, Calle 24, maybe throw in some Mexican OT, too. I think that'd be pretty dope. But, yeah, I think so." Earlier this week, Liv Morgan showed love to pop star Sabrina Carpenter by recreating the cover of her new album, Man's Best Friend. She recreated the photo with Dominik. The original cover shows Sabrina Carpenter on her hands and knees next to a man who is holding her hair. Liv Morgan pulled from Fanatics Fest, update on her injury status. Liv Morgan dislocated her shoulder during her match against Kairi Sane on WWE Raw in a sudden and unexpected accident. She was supposed to appear at this weekend's Fanatics Fest, but the event's social media page announced she won't be attending. Fightful Select reported that Liv Morgan will probably need surgery. Although it hasn't been confirmed, she's expected to be out for several months. Morgan's absence will also lead to major changes in the upcoming WWE storylines. CM Punk gets real about Liv Morgan's injury with emotional shout-out. CM Punk may have had fans talking with his ice bath antics at Fanatics Fest, but it was what he said about Liv Morgan that really hit home. During the Cold as Balls panel with Kevin Hart, Punk took a moment to shout out Morgan, who's currently sidelined with a serious shoulder injury. While everyone else was focused on Punk's Speedo-clad flexing in the ice tub, the former WWE champion got real when discussing the emotional weight of Liv's absence. Many shout out to Liv Morgan, who recently I think got injured. She was on a tear. She was like my MVP for the year. Punk went on to reflect on Morgan's journey, admitting he wasn't around when her WWE career started, but he's been blown away by her evolution over the last year. I look at people like Liv Morgan, who probably started right after I left, right? 2014-ish. And just from the time I've been around her and been able to see her work, just the way she's developed this last year and just absolutely kind of like broken out of her shell and turned into this little worker, it kind of warms my heart. It's disappointing she got injured, but it's part of the process, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody gets out alive when you do this. It's just part of the job. Kevin Hart followed up by praising Punk for the tribute, saying, "I love you paying homage, just showing love. I think that's the dope thing about the sport. You can see that synergy, energy amongst the greats." Liv's injury has already shaken up WWE's women's division, forced major creative changes, and delayed her role in the upcoming Evolution 2 event. But Punk's public support offered a rare, heartfelt perspective from someone known more for pipe bombs than praise. Do you agree with CM Punk? Was Liv Morgan truly WWE's MVP this year before her injury? Please share your thoughts and feedback in the comment section below. Major heel may turn babyface upon WWE return. A current heel wrestler is out with an injury. Liv Morgan faced Kairi Sane during the recent WWE Raw episode in a singles match, but it only lasted a few seconds as Morgan took a bad bump. The 31-year-old immediately crawled out of the ring, clutching her right arm. The ringside doctor called for the match to be stopped, awarding Sane the victory. Announcer Michael Cole later revealed that Morgan had suffered a dislocated shoulder. PW Insider reported that one half of the women's tag team champion would require surgery, keeping her out of action for an extended period. While it was initially believed she could be away for 3 months, Bodyslam claimed that the injury may cost her 6 months. Liv Morgan could return to WWE as a babyface. Liv Morgan is an excellent heel. Her confrontation with Nikki Bella a couple of weeks ago on Raw was a sight to behold, which even took Bella by surprise, through her own admission. WWE was apparently planning to book the pair in a match for the upcoming All-Women's Evolution 2 PLE. While Morgan and her tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez, have not been asked to relinquish their titles, many fans are calling for Roxanne Perez to take the injured star's place. This would potentially set up an angle with Perez getting involved with Morgan's beau, Dominik Mysterio, and a future rivalry after Morgan returns. Stevie Richards seemingly agrees with the babyface angle for Morgan, as he spoke about it on the recent episode of the Stevie Richards Show podcast. "You know, I've said this before, are these people wrestling and traveling way too much, and are their bodies breaking down to a point where little things like this, Morgan's bump, are gonna injure them? Like, she's been on everything for a long time. I'm sure she's carrying injuries. So, maybe it's good time for her to heal up, come back with a fresh character, and maybe come back as a babyface." 11:20 onwards, the upcoming WWE Raw episode is expected to update fans about the direction the women's tag team division will head in amid Morgan's absence. If you use any quotes from this article, please credit the original source and then H/T with a link back to TJR Wrestling for the transcription. CM Punk sends message to Liv Morgan, breaks character. CM Punk recently broke character to send a heartfelt message to WWE superstar Liv Morgan. The 31-year-old plays a heel character on WWE Raw and suffered a separated shoulder this past Monday night on the Red brand. Speaking with Kevin Hart at Fanatics Fest, CM Punk was seen breaking character. He discussed Morgan's growth as a performer and praised the Judgment Day star. He noted that she had broken out of her shell and even claimed that she was his MVP this past year, owing to her stellar performances. Shout out to Liv Morgan, who recently got injured. She was on a tear, she was like my MVP for the year. I look at people like Morgan, who probably started right after I left in 2014. And just from the time that I've been around her and been able to see her work, just the way she has developed this last year, and absolutely kind of like broken out of her shell, and turned into this little worker, said CM Punk. From 002 to 029.